welcome. I'm here with my friend Michelle. We'll be missing her. She leaves in the morning to Arizona. Very sad. Very sad. Interesting news. What I found out about Michelle today is I did not know that is or was or whatever a fan of Charlie Kirk. After all this time I've known her, and we get along, so we're here to talk about our different views, calmly, friendly, about what we think about Charlie Kirk. So one of the main things that we disagree is I think Charlie Kirk was a racist. She does not. So why do you not think that?
From the videos that I've watched, no, I don't think he's a racist. I don't understand like the videos whenever I see him talking to Hispanics and he's saying, yeah, well, go back to your country. That's when I'm like, okay, I don't know what to tell you there, buddy, but look, I just see him like whenever I see that though, I just see a man that goes by order. Like I don't see him going like, oh, like he looks down on Mexicans.
Order.
Well,
and when you say order, you mean white supremacists. They see white people as above them.
No, not that kind of order. Because he goes, like from the videos I've seen, he's like I love my Hispanics, like I love them. Like there are people that come out that like yeah, like he's like I just believe there's no shortcuts. I believe like you should wait in line just like the next person, get your papers properly, and just that's it. Go.
Okay.
But I do have family members that they didn't have that access, like by waiting in line, So
Okay.
it's like,
So you feel kind of torn between those things.
there we go. Yes.
Because obviously you're like, I'm down with my family members, but at some point he's, not understanding the struggle because he's a white man.
I don't want to say because he's a white man, but
Well, white
I
men
think
don't
he just
understand
doesn't
that type
get
of
it
struggle.
because he hasn't. I don't know. I feel like he hasn't been in those shoes. He doesn't.
Yeah, because he don't know the struggle.
He does. Yeah, he doesn't know the struggle. He's probably had different struggles. I don't know about.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure he's had
doesn't-
different struggles.
He doesn't have that like compassion. And it's crazy because
So he lacks compassion. Wow.
I just say I don't see that, like I don't see the compassion, but like
Because it's not there.
but I'll see the way he's talking to because people say that he's racist towards black people. I'm like, wait, but from the videos I've seen, like I don't see that. Like I think something that we were talking about before was one of the videos, something about a pilot, I think. He has
Yes,
said, and
yes.
I was like, wait.
Okay, so this is what happened. Quick short story here is we started talking about Charlie Kirk. And my family said, "Shut it down. Let's bring the video out. Let no more talking. Let's record it." So yes, he did say in the clip that when he sees a black pilot, he believes he questions if he's qualified.
Right.
And you don't think that that's racist?
No. I watched the video, right? Because when I heard it in my ears, I'm like, wait, hold on. I obviously thought, okay, that's racism. You're right? So
well, of course.
I said, let me see for myself, right? I want to see for myself because it's easy to look at videos and go, oh, well, I don't like you just. I'm like, okay, let me see the full story,
Okay.
Like,
There's nothing wrong with that. I believe in seeing the full story.
So I seen the full story. I'm like, he's talking about statistics. He's not saying nothing about, your color, your.
And when you
kind
say
of
he was talking about statistics, which exact,
Numbers,
what exact,
like-
yes, and you said that earlier, and I wanted to ask you about that. What statistics? Because he talks about like, but it's harder for white people to get into college because the minority, and he literally asked a college student one time in a debate. He's like, "Oh, would you give that black woman your credits because she's black?" Like he says things like that. I don't know if you haven't seen those videos
Would
or
you
like.
give it because she's black? Meaning, like, I don't know. Like, am I?
He thinks that we should not help people that are grow up in poor
Oh,
neighborhoods, and
see, no,
he doesn't believe in
my
feeding a
I didn't hear
child
that,
free
right?
lunch.
I didn't
Like
hear,
there's
like-
lots of things that go on in
Right,
or-
because see, in my ears, I didn't hear like, oh, you know, they're black, don't help them. I heard like, oh, they're black, let's help them. Like I thought that's what I was like. Wait, what? Hold on, I'm confused.
Wait, you think he wanted to help black people?
I just people help people, just yes, but like, I didn't hear, you know, oh, don't, you know, we gotta help them out because we feel sorry. You know that's, but just helping someone, just to help an individual, regardless of the skin color, that's.
He said to a college student that they, you know, they were asking him a question about the free lunch thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, no, I don't believe people. And they're like, okay, well, what if the parent can afford it? He's like, get a job. And people were literally clapping for this. And it upset me because there's lots of people with jobs. I mean, we know our minimum wage. It doesn't pay, you know, it doesn't pay for anything. Like, minimum wage fucking sucks. Thank God I don't have minimum wage. But I'm just saying, if I had minimum wage, I wouldn't be able to afford anything. Not even lunch for my child if they were in public school. But thank God I don't believe in that fucking public school shit. So, no. But, yeah, no. So, what are your takes on Charlie Kirk saying he doesn't care, basically? It's up to the parents. He wants to take away the free lunch. Because once again, I think it's because he doesn't know the struggle.
I haven't watched that video, but if it is that, you know, oh yeah, charge people, yeah, I would say I would agree on that. Yeah, you know, okay, you don't understand the struggle, you don't understand, you know, what it's like. Yeah, I could say that, you know,
I used to eat free lunch when I was little, so maybe that's why it affected me. Yeah. It wasn't always good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was trash. It was nasty. It was horrible. Probably not much protein, but I compare school lunch to like jail food. It's not good. But some kids depend on it, is all that I'm saying.
I think it does depend on what school you get, but that's true. Some kids do depend on it.
Some kids starve unless they eat lunch.
Yeah, no, and that sucks because I do know people that have, you know, how to go, like, wait to go to school
to eat.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say, oh, I agree with Charlie Kirk on that, like that. No, I wouldn't say that. I haven't watched that video, so it's news to me, but yeah, no, I wouldn't go, I think the students should pay, no.
So we talked about the bad things, right? But let's talk about the good things. What have you seen that made you feel like he's a good guy?
It was a couple different things. One of them was the way that he treated his wife. I feel like that spoke volumes.
But what did you see? Like what when you say he treated his wife? Because I've never seen that.
Right.
So I want to know, what did you see that I didn't see? Probably because my algorithm, you know what I mean? Like I'm all, you know. So maybe I missed something.
No, for me it was the way that he respected her. He valued her, the way he cherished her. He didn't kind of go, oh, you're a woman, you need to stay in your place. No, but he believes in order. He believes in, like, I want to hear your opinions. How can, you know, he was very big on, she helps me in areas I'm not strong in. Like, I don't know, he doesn't go, yeah, she's just a woman who stays at my house, that's it, you know. I don't know, and I feel like that says a lot, because a lot of people don't like value the relationship. I don't think they, for example, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a Trump fan, right? There's one of the things, I'm not a Trump fan, right? And the way that he treats his wife, the women that have been in love, I'm like, oh no, I'm not okay with that, because that speaks volumes. That says the kind of person you are. You like leadership, and like I don't know, I just didn't see that. I'm like, I see the way that Charlie Kirk and the way that she spoke about him, the way he is as a father, the things that he does, the moments that they share.
So you believe he was a good family man?
Yeah, very much so. Yes, I was like, because to me, I'm like, you can't speak on like trying to have your country or your place in order if you don't have your family in order, dude. And he does. He you know, if there's chaos, because I think I've seen videos. No, I have seen videos where like he'll talk about the kids running around and everything. He have his moments where like he'll just stop his wife and he'll have a minute and just tell her all the things that he loves her for, he vows you for, and that have that moment of just.
And
relaxing.
do you think that was maybe for the cameras, maybe for show?
No.
You think that was genuine love for his wife?
I definitely, I do, because I could see it in her. I like don't see somebody who's timid. I don't see her who's like shy.
I guess I have to.
I've seen videos of him talking to the way that he talks to his daughter.
See, I never saw any of those videos.
Yeah.
That's why I asked, because obviously none of those ever pop up on my algorithm. So all I see,
it showed me a different side. I'm like, wow, I see a fox.
But with the things that I've seen, I don't think that. To me, I either I think he loved his wife? Do I think he loved his children? Absolutely. But what I also think is he started spewing hate speech and got famous for it, and he didn't want to stop.
I think that's another thing too. That's another topic
and
we can talk about,
is
that people believe that he spreaded hate, and I've seen that so much. I'm like, I don't see hate though. I feel like that's another thing we could get into.
But you also haven't watched everything, just like I haven't watched everything.
That's true. So when I think whenever like people say, oh, like whenever I think one of them was the pilot video, and I watched him, like, okay, I don't see spewing hate. I don't see him trying to create like division, going like, oh, I stand, like. I don't know.
But what are your takes on him saying Martin Luther King doesn't deserve? Okay, sorry. Quick camera malfunction. We're okay. Still alive. But by the good Lord's will. But where did we leave? You said
hate.
Spewing hate.
Yes.
You don't feel like he was spewing hate.
I don't believe that he was spewing hate. No. I believe because like for me, the fact that he created a stand where everybody could come in and they could like have that freedom of like, come talk to me about what it is that you want to talk about, and let's argue. Let's have that.
You think because he was debating, he's not spewing hate. He's just debating, right?
Not because he's debating.
That's
because
okay.
He's welcoming.
No,
he's letting.
Yeah,
he's
you're right.
You can come.
But do you also know that he said Joe Biden should be executed?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, well that's spewing hate.
I didn't say that.
He's calling for the death of a former president. So,
I did not.
like I said, we see two different things, and this is why we see two different ways.
That's true. But you only see one side. Like me, I don't know. Like even.
And he's also debating with college kids. And he's a college dropout.
I don't see it as like, oh my gosh, what is this like dude doing? Like I see it as like, wow, this is a man who's trying to pour into people, who's trying to like.
Wow.
Like
that's
I do,
funny.
I genuinely do.
That's
like,
really funny.
But that's because of one of the things we talked about before everything starting was you said, well, it's because of the videos about God, right? And I told you that's exactly.
And I told you my older sister is brainwashed just like you. She's like, oh, I never heard any of that. When I tell her like, whoa, he's a fucking racist.
I feel like even when I hear,
she tried to act like she's like, I follow him on Instagram, and the only thing I hear him talk about is God. I'm like, wow. To me, it's surprising because, you said it yourself. He has no compassion, or he lacks compassion.
Well, here's the thing, though.
I don't
look at this
believe
man, I'm
in
like,
that.
I worship this man. I'm devoted to this man. Oh my gosh, this man was so holy. No, he was a human. I believe that he was a human.
He was a human. This is correct.
He's had.
We all know that.
His emotions. He gets mad just like the rest of us.
He built his career off his hate speech.
See, and I've never seen
And he died by the sword. That's what happened. Basically, he literally said. It protects the Second Amendment, and sometimes people need to die. The school shootings, victims, things like that, he didn't seem to care too much. He said that,
I've seen people talk about that he said that about.
And so now,
I've never.
It's so ironic that that's exactly how he died.
Yeah.
That
No,
I
it's
mean,
crazy.
if you believe in God, then you have to believe that all deaths are God's will.
Here's the thing. I see.
That's God's
I
will.
see
So
in
I don't
this-
know why so many people mad at me.
All throughout the Bible,
I didn't take them away.
So many believers they die. So many believers died, and they were persecuted for preaching the truth. They were persecuted. Some were hung around.
We believe that Jesus died for a
We
reason.
do. We do. And
We
then
believe that God took him for a reason. Correct?
Jesus.
Jesus, yes.
He said,
God took Jesus for a reason. Correct?
right.
It
Like,
wasn't for a reason.
he died,
So we have to
resurrected.
believe that everybody he takes is for a reason. God forbid I lose somebody I love tomorrow. I gotta believe that that's God's will, correct?
Here's the thing with what I believe in. I believe in, yes, that he calls us all, to have a relationship with him, to be with him, to, internally always. But I don't believe, like,
That deaths are God's will?
no. He's like, cause he calls us to live a certain way. He calls us to be his people, who stand out from the rest. And that when I look at Charlie Kirk, I'm like, damn, you stood out from the rest. I'll tell
he
you
sure
that.
did.
You, whether it was hate or love, you got
Okay,
both
and more
sides.
power to him.
You got no, but I don't think. See, when I look at him, I don't see like somebody who was trying to like, something's wrong with you. You need to do this. You need to fix yourself. I saw somebody who went like, there's somebody that loves you. I want to introduce you to him. I want you to see. Because I've even seen videos where, like, he's even said God is, more important than anything. Like, I've seen him tell kids like.
So you think if somebody talks about God,
No.
then everything they say outside of that is admissible?
No, that's a great point, because a lot of people do believe just because you talk about God. No, but I seen that. Okay, earlier I said in my eyes it looked like he lacked compassion, right? Like whenever I had said that earlier with the in my eyes. But here's
Yes.
the thing with me, I stand more like we're on like I'm not always gonna understand everything, right? Like I'm not like I don't
It's
go
not our
like
job to.
I don't go like
It's God's job. God understands. We don't understand.
oh well, all of a sudden now I see hate, I'm gonna change my mind. No, I'm like, okay, I want to hear more. I want to listen more. I want to, pay more closer attention to this. And a lot of people in the world are too. Like,
Yeah.
let's lean in. Let's.
I know, like, before his death, I never really, like, Googled. Excuse me. I never Googled Charlie Kirk, that's for sure. But
Me neither.
when he
Me
died,
neither,
like,
but when
I
I saw
kind of
him-
knew who he was. All I knew about him was, I knew he was an asshole. That's the only thing I knew. And when he died, and the more things that I saw, and, like, I don't remember, like, I just remember hearing when he died, I felt a sigh of relief. I don't remember feeling any grief. I don't remember feeling any compassion. Just like he never showed grief or compassion. And now it's like, people are so boom, 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 trying to get everybody fired that fuck with Charlie Kirk or that celebrated his death. Fire, 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 fire.
See, but
Fuck
I don't
you,
think
bro.
that's him. I don't think he.
It's not him, but he was a hate speech spewer. That's the thing. That's why his attackers and the people that loved him are coming after us like that. Like people like me.
No, because people are gonna do what they're gonna do regardless. Like it's. People thought Jesus was spewing hate speech. People even crucified him up to the cross. They're like, who do you want? A man who ain't never done nothing.
Hold on,
is a-
time
I'm not
out.
comparing both.
I'm
not
gonna say,
comparing both.
please
So I
don't
knew you
fucking
was gonna
tell
say
me you
that.
comparing
I knew
Charlie
you
Kirk
were
to
gonna say
Jesus.
that.
Because
I
I'm
knew
about
you
to
were gonna
throw
say
the
that.
fuck down, bro.
No,
Oh my God, you
I
better
knew you
be-
were gonna say that. I knew. That's not
No,
hold
people
on.
are trying to
No,
get him
no.
as some type of martyr or
No.
some type of fucking
No.
God, like I said before.
No.
And he's none of these
That's
things.
No, that's not. That's not.
Okay.
He's not God. He's not an idol. He's not the one we.
I gotta breathe, bro. I gotta breathe.
That's cool. That's cool. Breathe. That's cool. No, but no, I don't like. But what I'm saying
Honey?
is that I'm saying that there's always gonna be a crowd that have different views about a person, right?
But I do not think.
But I don't go, oh my gosh, him and Jesus, exactly.
I think there's a difference between people having different views and opinions, and one being okay and one being right, as opposed to one being fucking blatantly racist and, fucking like Nazi-like and white supremacist-like, and then like.
See, and here, I never seen the Nazi side of him. I'm like, I don't see because I seen him even like put a racist person.
Do you
in
see
place.
Trump as the next Hitler?
No, I don't see. I just see Trump as.
What do you see Trump as?
I don't know.
Because apparently they're good friends.
Because I don't see him as my president. I don't see him as I just see
Well, he was good friends with Trump.
I do know. I see that he was good friends with like whoever. A lot of people, yes.
No, not whoever. I'm talking about Trump. He was good friends with Trump.
Yes.
Who is also good friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know who that is.
Who was also a sex trafficker of young girls who sexually abused them.
Yeah, I see. I can't speak on that because I don't know nothing about that. I don't know about who that person is. What they
So
do.
you just focus on the God stuff Charlie Kirk said, and you just said, that's all I want to know.
Just because he hangs around with that person, oh, that's who you are. I don't know. I don't see that. I don't know. I just don't see it.
You are who you hang around. That's the oldest fucking saying in the book.
That is.
It's a fucking bug. It flew away. But yeah, I mean, do you believe that?
Believe what?
You are who you hang around?
No, I don't. You could be around a certain crowd and still stand out from that crowd. And that's what I saw. Like, he was around the crowd.
Do you think... So you think...
He stood out from
Trump
that
and
crowd.
Charlie Kirk stood out
No,
from
not
pedophiles.
Trump. Charlie stood out.
Charlie.
Not Trump.
Okay.
Charlie stood out.
Well,
Charlie.
I haven't heard any news about him being in the Epstein files, so that's good news for you.
Right. So that, for me, I don't
But
suppose
the fact that you... This is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's obvious that Trump was in the Epstein files. I think it's obvious that he's a pedophile. And I think that if you're friends with a known pedophile, that's not good.
No, because I can't. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I don't know. Just because pedophile doesn't mean you are a pedophile. I don't know.
That's true, because
like,
I know lots of pedophiles.
Exactly. Like, just because I'm
and
not
that kind of
doesn't
fucking
mean I am.
sucks. And that kind of fucking sucks, because it's all up in the mix.
And there'll be people like you're close to whatever. But
no,
that
you're right.
Doesn't mean
you're right.
a pedophile. That doesn't mean
you're right. But why? Okay, let's not make this about Charlie. Let's keep it on Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, it is sad what happened to him. I'm sad that his family had to witness it. But like I said, when I first heard about it, I didn't know. Like I said, I wasn't too interested in Charlie Kirk, so I never really knew. Like,
see, and
I didn't know. Wait, fuck. Okay, another camera malfunction. We gotta start back. Wait, so where do we leave off?
We left off at you're sad about the situation.
Oh yeah, look.
No, wait.
Okay, when my daughter first heard of Charlie Kirk's death, she brought up something to me. She said, because he was so pro-life, right? There's pro-life and there's pro-choice. I don't know which one you are. I guess I never asked you. Or if I did, I don't remember. But I've had an abortion. I've had an abortion before. So obviously I'm pro-choice. But he said he's so pro-life that if his daughter was raped and was carrying a baby from the rapist, he would not be for her having an abortion. He thinks abortion is worse than the Holocaust.
I've never seen those videos, but
Well, knowing what I just said to you, because it's a very, very true clip that's out there in social media, what do you think about that? Are you pro-life or are you pro-choice?
I'm with no abortions. I'm on that.
You're
side.
pro-life.
Yes.
You
But
don't believe in abortion.
I'm not in like, oh my gosh, you had an abortion. No, because I have close family ones who've had abortions and I stuck through them. You know, it was a hard time, difficult situation, but it's not like
It's not
I support
easy.
this.
Like,
but you have
I feel like when people think like you get an abortion, like just here, kill it, whatever. But like most of the time, it's not like that, and it's a very emotional process.
It is.
So it's not like you're just trying to So you don't believe that a woman or girl who was a little girl who was raped, you think she should be forced to carry that baby full term?
I wouldn't see it as forced.
Well, she's pregnant and you're not
it's a
pro.
bad situation. It's a hard
But
situation.
you're not pro.
I don't believe.
But
in
you're not
killing
pro-choice. No. You don't believe she should have an.
No.
Oh no, my daughter's not gonna like it after this video. My daughter thinks pro-choice.
It's a very hard, delicate situation. It is. It's very.
What about if something like that happened to you?
To me, I'd have the baby.
You'd have your rapist baby.
I'd have the baby, yeah. But it's
Would
not
you keep
easy.
it? Like keep it like once it's born? I'm sorry,
Yes.
this is an actual question.
Because here's the thing, I believe in our kids don't belong to us; they belong to God, and we're given to them. We're like He gives us His kids, and He puts us in charge on how we're gonna like lead them in life, how we're gonna train them in life, how we're gonna I don't want to say mold them, but kind of like pour into them, inspire them, encourage them.
And what about with kids that are going to end up in foster care? They're going to end up in the government system. They're going to end up being raped.
Adoption. There's people that
there are adoptions, but in foster care, most people get sexually abused in foster care.
I've always
want kids. You want just all the motherfucking kids to be bouncing, and them get sexually abused in foster care.
No. I don't understand. I want that. I don't want.
Well, obviously, you don't want
Nobody
that. I'm
wants
sorry.
That.
Yeah,
right.
nobody wants that. You're right. I overstepped. But I feel like a woman or a girl should be in charge of her own body, her own thoughts. And if she doesn't want the kid, then she shouldn't have the kid. I do think there should be a barrier on, like, how early you can get the abortion, how late you can get the abortion. Yes. But I don't think all abortions are bad.
I don't hate people who have abortions. No, again, my own mom had had an abortion, so it's hard. I've been with her. I get that that's not an easy kind of situation to go through.
It's not. We don't want it. But sometimes it's a necessary situation.
I've read the word, and because I believe in God, there's a verse that says, I knew you before you were in your mother's womb. So for me, that's like, dang, God predestined people, like, you before your parent even knew you. So for me, you're, in God's eye, you serve a purpose here. In this
so this is an interesting perspective, right? Because I do know what you're saying, and I do believe that. But if you knew this before you were in your mother's womb, then you also knew I was about to not have it. And I was about to, my first abortion, I've had 3. So y'all can judge me all you want. But my first abortion was before Caden, before Rico, and it was so emotionally hard on me that I prayed to God, and I said, no matter what, God, I'm so sorry. The next kid I get pregnant with, I'm just gonna fucking have it. I don't give a fuck about the circumstances. I was so heartbroken.
You wouldn't care about the circumstances?
Yeah, and I had the abortion, and then I got pregnant with Caden, and even though all else failed, I kept him. And no, I don't regret it. I love my son. I will never give him up for anything in the whole fucking world. I love him to death. But I also don't wish I had that first one either. Because with that guy that I was with, it was not good. It was not good for me. I would have to still have contact with him, or like.
I don't say you have to have contact with him. No.
I'm just glad God, like you see it as like God says you put a kid in you, you have it. But I see it as like God gave me the opportunity to look back on my not mistake, but like my choices. Like I probably shouldn't have had a kid with that guy. And God made these doctors smart. God made these doctors. You got to think about God isn't all of us, right?
He's not.
So he provided these doctors to allow me to have this abortion. He had provided these people to give, he provided me with the means, because it costs a lot of money. It's not cheap. He also provided me with the means to get an abortion early on. I was 5 weeks. So, you're saying, it's just like a hard topic.
It is.
I think it's your choice.
It is a hard
I think it should be your choice. If you want to have the baby. I didn't want to have that baby. I didn't. And I do believe in pro-choice. I think it's my choice.
And see, I don't believe God's against
because it's my fucking body.
Will.
Are you gonna have the fucking baby? You haven't even had a fucking baby, so I'm just saying.
But I already have.
It's your choice, is what I think. But what were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I don't believe God is against free will. Like He'll love you through it all. But I do believe it's a hard topic, because another thing that I believe in, as the same way that we have a God, there's a devil. The same way that we got somebody that loves us and pursues us, we got somebody that hates us. So me, in my eyes, I never look at things as like, I look things from a deeper perspective. Like, I'm like, okay, there's also an enemy who came to kill, steal, and destroy. So I'm like, I believe that there's gonna be things that he's gonna say. There's this lie and this truth. What do you believe in? And for me, I don't know. I guess I believe that God is a God who knows how to turn bad situations into good situations. How He knows how to turn like mourning into dancing. I don't know. I don't believe in. Oh yes, he made you like. He wanted you to say no. I don't want you to have that baby. He's like, no, I want you to bring me into the situation. Let me help you through the situation, guide you through the situation, Let me show you what I can do. Like, I don't know. I don't see God as okay, God, I'm going to use your name whenever I want to use your name, but God as somebody who's very active in your life. Somebody who's very...
God is very active.
Present, yes. And then every I feel like every breath that we believe, we get to see.
But He's active in my life despite my abortions. That's why I don't believe when people say, like, abortions are bad, abortions are this, and like Charlie Kirk said, abortions are worse than the Holocaust. Okay. I didn't bring a whole bunch of fucking group of people and fucking incinerate them and fucking burn them alive, okay? That's not what I did. I made a choice on my body at that time. Right?
I agree. Yeah, you made a choice. You made a decision, and there are some people who and I feel like it's just different for everybody too. Because there are some people, they make the choice and it's hard for them. They end up like, wow, like my kid would have been 8 years old. So
it was always hard for me. It's always hard for me. It's still hard for me.
Yeah, it is.
It's just not like it just rolls over me and I'm like, oh yeah, I killed a baby.
No,
like no. But I do think 5 weeks. I was still fairly early. And I think I made the right choice. I don't think I made the wrong choice. Caden is my firstborn son.
Yeah,
and I would never change that for anything or anybody.
Yeah, no, and I feel like I'm not here to go like, oh, well, you're terrible for what you do. No, I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to, like, I feel like.
Well, he did that. Charlie Kirk did that.
And see, I don't see that. I feel like.
No, he did. He said that. He said, if you had an abortion, it's worse than the Holocaust. So he called me, basically, worse than the Nazis. And I feel very offended about that.
Offense is another thing that's very, very, very difficult, you know, because again, like I myself got offended whenever I see Charlie Kirk say, "Well, yeah, go back to your country." You know, offense is a very big thing, especially in 2025.
So with him saying, "Go back to your country," you still okay? I'm trying to hear. Wait, how much?
20 seconds.
Oh fuck. Okay, redo it. Okay, so apparently my son said after 12 minutes every time we record, we gotta like redo it. So
that's
another malfunction, but whatever the fuck. Anyways, to end it up, you said you did get offended when Charlie Kirk said what?
When I seen the videos about the go back to your country, I was like, But again, I just say earlier, and I get that he's a man of order, so I feel like it's in my eyes it looks like lacking compassion, but I don't know, it's just like an area that I don't fully understand, but I don't see him like a racist.
Okay, so you did somewhere and see, I don't even know if I've heard this one, but you're saying go back to your country, and if we all say go back to your country, we would only have Native Americans here. Correct?
Right.
Okay. So he can go back to his country if he really feels like that.
This is like offense.
And when you say, he believes in order, to me, people that feel like that are saying that, like, he believes in white supremacy, which is obviously known because Donald Trump is a white supremacist, and so is he. And he's saying, go back to your country. Okay, well, how about you go back to yours? That's my rebuttal for that. That's my stance on that.
Yeah, no, and I feel like I could.
Because we have Native American blood in us. We're Mexican.
Yeah.
We have Native American blood in us.
Yeah.
So if he's telling anybody to go back to their own country, he should start with himself. And Melania and Trump and all them motherfuckers. So I do not agree with that statement.
Yeah, that statement, I've heard that statement before. I've heard that statement being told to people I care about. I like jobs and things like that. But I don't know. Like, I feel like something would. That's why I'm not. Like, I kind of stop myself whenever I watch that video and I feel like offended, and everything. Like, I'm like, hold on, I gotta recollect myself because I don't wanna. I mentioned I was like, I don't believe in fighting hate with hate. It was like, I believe like he's a reasonable man. I don't know. I feel like you could have a conversation with him. I feel like he'll be open to hear you out, and you hear him out, and like, let's talk about it.
I don't believe in fighting hate with hate either. Like the girl at my job that, like, we didn't get along for a little bit because of our political views. I still love her. I love her. I love you. And I still think that she's a good person. I just think that throughout the years, certain views have been whitewashed.
Now, what do you mean by, like, whitewashed?
Racist.
Because I know...
Racist.
Like...
They're fucking racist, bro. I don't even think... Some people that are racist, I don't even think they mean to be racist. I don't think they do it on purpose. I don't. Like, sometimes at work, people come up to me, you speak Spanish? No, I don't speak Spanish, bro. You think I speak Spanish because I'm fucking brown? Fuck you. You know, when is it racist? When is it judgmental? When is that line drawn?
Spanish. I mean, I don't think there's.
When is that line drawn? Do people come up to you and say that?
They do, but.
And they just assume.
I don't think they assume. I think they're just asking. You know, I feel like they're just asking because I know people that would have like that surprised me. They're like, yeah, I know Spanish. I'm like, what? You know, like I don't know.
Okay, and that's good, but I've had to deal with this my whole life. I grew up in basically damn near, from what I can remember, all black school. And there was, whatever the Latinos were there, they all spoke Spanish and they all hung in a clique, right? They hung in a clique. And because I didn't speak Spanish, they excluded me from that clique. So I actually got excluded because I don't speak Spanish. And that has never changed anywhere in my life. But even as I grow older, they say, "You speak Spanish?" I said, "Sorry, no, I don't." And they say, I was like, "Okay, I'm so fucking sorry, but I don't know what to tell you. I don't speak Spanish, but I represent mine. I represent where I'm from. I represent, whatever. Like, I love who I am, but what can I do?"
And I feel like I get that because I feel like I've seen that with because I for a while didn't know Spanish up to 14, 15. Then, I'm like, okay, hold on. I gotta.
You felt obligated.
Get into my root. Yeah, I felt obligated. I felt a lot of different emotions when there were people like, you speak Spanish? I'm like, no, they're like, you're Mexican, right? I'm like, yes, I'm Mexican, but I just, I didn't.
Well, and that's the thing. We're Mexican American, and people forget to acknowledge that. And with my dad, from what I remember, he didn't want me to learn Spanish. He didn't want me to have the accent. He didn't want me to be that outcast, or for whatever reason. But I do take pride in being Mexican American.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you take pride in being Mexican American. And with Charlie Kirk saying that we should just go back to our country, we don't really fully understand what he says or what he means when he says that, correct? Because this is all we know.
Yeah.
We were born here. So when you say go back to a country, and when you have ICE agents arresting citizens, it's a very confusing time for us.
Cause it's hard, I've seen video. I think the first clip I had seen before I had seen the video of go back to your country was, he had his hat on and it said ICE, and I seen this Hispanic girl approach him oh, so you're with ICE, right? He's like, well, he seemed like he just wanted to talk to her and everything, and, she's like, well, you know what I think about your hat? And, she smacked his hat off, that's what he's like, oh, he didn't go, but you know what, go back to your, he didn't react like that, I don't know, that's why I feel like I'm, kind of torn.
Do you think he wants us here? If he were still alive, do you think he would want us here?
Go back to our country?
What do you think he wants us to do? In the name of Charlie Kirk, you're a Charlie Kirk fan. I'm obviously not.
I'm not a Charlie Kirk fan.
But,
I'm a Jesus fan, but I'm not a Charlie Kirk fan.
Jesus. Whatever fan you are, I respect you. But do you think that he would tell you, if he saw you, go back to your country?
No, I don't think he'll go you're Mexican, go back to your country. No, I don't think he'll do that. No.
Do you think Donald Trump is doing it?
See, I don't know about the man. I don't think he'll go look at me and go back to your country either. But I don't know. Again, like I said,
and they're supposedly friends. So
yeah, that's possible. Yeah, people could be friends with others. And not support
racist.
What they doesn't make them more racist, but I don't know. I don't know.
We could sit out here all night and we would never agree.
No, but I'm still gonna love you.
I
know?
still
So
love you. But
and I feel like that's one thing I love. Like, I didn't mind us having this at all. I was like, yeah, like I want to show that there are two people who could have different views, sit down and talk about it. You know, like I'm not a fan of Charlie Kirk, but I am, like you said earlier too. You said I am saddened by his death. You know me too. Like I feel like
no, I'm not saddened by his death.
you did say that.
No,
you did say that.
If I said that,
You
cancel
did.
that, because I'm not saddened.
Say that. So
I'm not saddened, but I do.
You did say you don't believe somebody should just be shot the way
Yes.
just like that.
Yes. I don't agree with what happened. I don't agree with, what happened over politics. But also, when those Democratic, the Democratic House Speaker, Missouri or whatever, was shot and killed and assassinated in her house, I didn't see anybody speaking out against that. It goes both ways. Politics, assassination, these things should not be okay anywhere. Not just with Charlie Kirk, but with everybody. And I have not, will not mourn Charlie Kirk's death.
I'm just if like everybody has a choice, you
Regardless of his
you
family or wife or kids or whatever, I will not
will
mourn
not-
his death. I
Yeah.
refuse.
like whenever I would watch the
I was
video,
never
like,
sad.
Damn, bro, that was
Those
a
are
brother in
facts.
Christ, man. Like in my
said what?
eyes. In my eyes.
Wait, what was
whenever-
your first thought? I just want to know. I just curious. What was your first thought when you heard Charlie Kirk was assassinated?
No.
No,
I
what was
said-
your first thought?
11 minutes.
Well, I don't know who the dude is.
You didn't even know who he was.
No, I've seen him, but I couldn't put the name with the face.
11 minutes, what? When you stop?
It's gonna end in a minute, yeah.
Okay, so stop it and restart it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Charlie Kirk's assassination. We feel completely different ways about that.
Oh, you said I didn't know the guy. Well, it's not that I didn't know him. I know I have seen some videos about him, and I really did like the way he approached certain situations, the way like he spoke about certain topics. I'm like, okay, like, but I wasn't like, this man's on my, all over my For You page. No, it wasn't until like I started kind of like being more like, got more curious about him. Like, wait, and then it was that night whenever you showed me like, yeah, this is who Charlie Kirk is. I'm like, oh wait, okay, I've seen videos. You're like, wait a second, I thought you didn't know him again. I'm like,
But that's what I'm saying. You're seeing different videos from the videos that I'm seeing.
Yeah, I feel like we're seeing this like
We're not seeing
some
the same
videos.
videos.
Some videos
Because if
are
we were
saying-
seeing the same videos, we would not. We would both be on the same page, but we're not. You're like my sister. You see a lot of God videos about him.
I do. I say the way that he lived his life, and I feel like,
Well,
I don't know, like I feel like he wouldn't have any regrets either. With I don't know.
okay, maybe he wouldn't. Then amen. This is, and
it's-
you're right. You're right. I completely agree with you with that, because he said it's necessary to have victims of gun violence, and he just so happened to be one. So you're absolutely right. I don't think he would have any regrets. I think he'd be just fine.
Honestly, because of that, but I do. Have a
No, I
different-
mean that's what he said.
Again, I have not watched a lot of his videos, but I have watched a lot of his videos. His wife.
You just said I haven't, and then you say you have.
No, of his wife.
Okay.
Of his wife.
I've never seen
I think
a
I've
fucking
seen-
single video of his wife.
Yeah, I've seen
So
a
I have
lot
no
more
room
of
to
his
talk on
wife
anything
as
about
well,
his
too.
wife. So whatever you're gonna say, you have the floor on that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot more of his wife on the way that she speaks on him, and like the way they have interactions and conversations and things like that. The way that he speaks with his daughter, like those are what really.
And you don't think it's for play, like for the media?
No,
You think it's
no.
genuine?
I do believe it's genuine. I do. Like, I pay close attention to the videos. I
And
don't
what
go
about
at-
when Trump talks about his daughter?
I don't watch Trump videos.
Mm.
I don't
You're
watch
probably better
Trump.
off not.
You know,
And the thing is, if you're gonna watch Charlie Kirk, you should look up Trump.
Nah, see, because for me,
Because he
it's,
talks horrible
it's not
about
more
his
of
daughter.
a political thing. It's just more of a like.
So you have your issue. Well, you don't have an issue with Charlie Kirk because you're not political in any way.
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. No,
You're nothing. You're
no.
free speech.
Um,
You're free whatever.
I definitely, yes, I am, looking more into it. I'm definitely, getting more involved. But I don't see it as more important than God. No. Like, I'm
What
like,
the
you know
fuck?
what?
Nobody says more
Right.
important than God.
Right, no. It's not more
No,
important than
every
God,
day that I
and-
wake up, I thank God.
Yeah. But I do believe, because I've read the Bible. I haven't read the whole entire thing, but I read the Bible and I've seen that like in the Bible throughout there, it talks a lot about laws. It talks about, so I believe like, dang, like God was very big on instilling laws. Do not murder, do not kill, do not like the commandments, things like that. So I'm like, okay, like God was,
But he was
instilling-
happy. He doesn't care that Martin Luther King was assassinated.
Again, I haven't watched those videos, but I wouldn't say he was like, oh, I don't know. Again, I don't know who this man. I don't, live in this man. But I don't think he goes like, yeah, I kind of wish that man was dead. I kind of wish this guy was a senator. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that he wished ill of the man. Like, I don't think he goes, I want to divide this. I want to bring hate.
But
I want to.
Well,
I
he
feel like he
absolutely
wants to-
did do that, though. That's exactly what he did, especially supporting Trump and what Trump does to us Mexicans. Okay, put us in alligator Alcatraz, take us to El Salvador, and make us unseen. And people are attacking. They're attacking our people just because we're brown. So I'm trying to get you on the same page here. They're attacking us. They're hurting us. And you keep saying he's human, he's this, he's that. But
Well-
he didn't give a fuck about you. And I'm not understanding why you give a fuck about him.
It's because I don't see him going like, I don't care about Hispanics. Like, let me.
You just said that, though. You just said he said I don't give a fuck about the Mexicans.
No.
What'd you say? That send them back? What did you
So
say?
I
They need to
said
wait in line?
That I had gotten offended about a video whenever I seen that he spoke differently. Like about the way he was like sending back. I'm like, okay, I wanna.
Okay, so
Where's
send them
it
back.
coming from
Okay,
with this?
okay.
I'm
So
like, okay.
you still feel love in your heart for this guy? I'm just
Love.
so fucking confused.
Yeah. I for me, I got love for everybody. I
Amen to that.
I gotta look for everybody.
But what do you think should happen next? What are our next steps moving forward?
Meaning, like, because I feel like, I don't know. My mind still hasn't changed. Like, yes, he's a racist. You know what? Okay, no, but I do. So
But you say that you think that what he said about Mexicans was wrong. You did say that.
I want to say I understand where you're coming from because I felt the same.
Anger?
Yeah, I felt first anger, right? And
Kaden, make sure this thing don't stop.
It's still playing, Mom.
Okay.
I circled back. Like, I don't know. For me, I had a conversation with somebody about the whole situation and everything, right? And I don't know, like, that person is also very deep and rooted into the things of God, and it was just more of a topic of like, well, they had brought something to my attention that they had said, like, I feel like people tend to idolize their race more than God. Like, I'm Mexican, I'm not God's child. You know, like I don't know
the
how to
fuck?
explain it. No,
No.
not purposely,
No,
not
I'm God's
purposely trying
child.
to go like.
God loves me and God sees me as
Right.
number one.
You know how you said there are people who
God
try,
sees me
who
number
are
one over
like,
all y'all motherfuckers because he told me so.
right? You know how you said like people there are people who try to be racist without trying to be racist. I feel like people have certain things that they idolize that aren't God. I kind of put like. I feel like it's just bringing that realignment to like that refocus back to God, that attention back to Him, the glory back to Him, like
With Charlie Kirk?
through Charlie Kirk. Yes, I do believe that. I do.
You think Charlie
I
Kirk was
do.
bringing focus onto God?
Yeah, I do. I do. Like
Wow.
that's another thing. I
Wow.
don't see like, yo, he was.
Wow. Okay. Get the
Yeah.
hell out of here. I'm gonna smack this motherfucker.
No.
False. What did they say about false media shit? False.
But no, yeah, I don't know. Like I don't see a racist. I don't see somebody who
Who hated black people?
That I don't see
Who
somebody
hated
black
Mexicans?
people. I don't see a man who hated Mexicans.
What do you
Though
see?
I felt the way I felt.
What do
most
you
of the
see?
seafood. I see a man that was trying to point it out back to God.
A man who was trying to what?
Point like the next generation back to God.
The white people.
No, not the white people, our people.
You think Charlie Kirk was trying to focus Mexicans and blacks back to back to God? That's what you think.
Yeah, because there was a lot of videos where young kids would ask him, what do you think I should do in this intake? You know, my parent believes is
You
a
gonna piss me
Democrat.
off.
My parent is a Republican. And he'll tell them, like, you know what? Honor and respect your parents, both of them, no matter what. But pursue God first. It's what He says matters. Not what your parents say. It's what
Yes.
matters.
But tell me something that shows me that he pointed to God other than racism.
I don't know. I don't see
Stop
racism.
slamming
Like,
the table, you're gonna drop the camera.
Son of a bitch. You're getting me in trouble with my son. Fucking piss me off.
no, but like that.
You don't see racism.
No, I don't.
Even when you said you were offended by what he said about the Mexicans.
Because
Okay, so what did he say about the Mexicans? Remind me. And you still don't feel offended. And you don't feel offended with all the ICE raids and them coming out there and him being friends with Donald Trump and him wanting to fucking lock us all up and slam our faces into the fucking ground and take us to fucking El Salvador and take us to fucking alligator Alcatraz and do all that shit. But they not racist, right?
No.
Wow.
No. Charlie Kirk? No. Those are no.
They friends, bro. Just like me, you friends?
We
They
are.
friends.
We are,
Okay, so
yes.
if you was locking people up and I would get Alcatraz, I would know. And I'd be like, hey, bitch, you doing wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, you could tell me. Yeah, if I was doing that, if I was.
Okay, so why do you think Charlie Kirk is not fucking racist?
11 minutes.
What do you mean, like?
Mom.
Okay, stop it and restart it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're gonna let Michelle pop off on this one. So, I'm just not understanding that Charlie Kirk is friends with Trump. They are literally kidnapping our people.
Charlie Kirk is?
He's okay.
But see,
He's not,
it's
but
just-
he's
you're
friends
telling
with
me the
Trump. Don't
actions-
die.
Yeah, you're telling me the actions of Donald Trump, but I'm
And you're saying that has nothing to do with the actions of Charlie Kirk,
no.
even though they're the best of friends.
Yes, like I don't.
And so Donald Trump also has nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. So then this conversation can't go nowhere. Okay, so you're saying Charlie Kirk is friends with Donald Trump, who was a known pedophile, a known sexual abuser, a known everything, and you're saying that's okay. You completely accept that because he is a man of God.
Cause I don't
Because he
think-
acts like he's a man of God. Is
Not
what I
because he
really
acts.
fucking should say. Because he fucking pretends, bro.
Because I've seen videos where he'll
Um.
go off on racists, people who are going
Wow.
like, us white men.
Okay, well,
belong
send that
here."
video to me.
I will.
'Cause I never fucking seen that one.
Yes, like, oh my gosh, yes, I gotta say. Because he
See what
went
the fuck I gotta
off,
deal with, bro?
I love you. But yes. But yes.
Okay.
I've seen videos where he's popped off and like, dang. Like,
I-
and that guy was like on.
I
no,
don't
us
believe
white
it.
people
I
belong
probably
here.
won't watch it, and you're probably wasting your time because
I'll still send it, but yeah, I got you.
I'll try. I'll try my best to watch it.
But
It's a lot, you know. It's a lot of things going on right now, and you know the Charlie Kirk issue has become so personal to me. I don't like that Jimmy Kimmel has been canceled, and I know you know you don't know much about that, but I love Jimmy Kimmel. It's freedom of speech. We can say whatever we want, and I still, after this whole conversation, I still don't like Charlie Kirk. I still don't give a fuck. I still don't whatever, you know? Like it's just not in my mind.
yeah.
And people want to fucking, you know, whatever over it, that's fine. Let them do them, but I just don't. And that probably goes the same for you. Like you still like him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you had asked
Even
me
though he
earlier-
said fuck the
No,
Mexicans.
you had asked me earlier. You said, I don't think.
Even though he said we should leave.
I never know. But you said earlier. What was your reaction when you seen like the video or something like that? And I had told you like whenever I was like looking at it, I'm like, damn, that's a brother in Christ for real. Like, I'm telling you, like for me, I don't know.
I think, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think you haven't seen enough of the raids. The raids of Los Angeles, Chicago, Texas, everywhere. I think you haven't seen enough of that.
I haven't. Like on the side that I'm on
Because-
is like I see
Because those
people-
are heartbreaking. And anybody that supports that, Trump, Charlie Kirk, all of them who want us out of this country, I think it's wrong. You know, they're slamming their faces, they're fucking disappearing them, like
Yeah, I don't think
they're doing horrible things to our people, and we have to remember how we got here. You're an American citizen, I'm an American citizen, and the only reason for that is because of whoever came before us. You know, my grandma, you know, with you I don't know, maybe your grandma. I don't
so.
know.
Both sides, yeah.
I don't know who made you an American citizen. But that's the problem. Is he's trying to take all of that away from us. I will never be on their side. Never. To me, they're in the wrong. This is our country before it is theirs. We're Mexican. Our country before it's theirs. They're white. They come from wherever the fuck they come from. And they want to come over here and act like they own shit. No, bro. Fuck you. But there's a lot of white people standing up for us. There is a lot of white people standing up for us, protesting for us, and everything like that. So we're very appreciative to you too. But we got to think about it. Like, you know, for them to try to tell us this is not our land is wrong. Because it was our land before it was theirs. So there is no order of what you speak, of whatever fucking Charlie Kirk wants. There is no correct order. We should go back to our country. Okay, I'll go back to my country when you go back to yours, motherfucker. How about that? How about that? So, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yes, I feel like it's still too different. I wouldn't even say it's side. I'm not really I'm on this side, I'm on that side. Like, I'm just always on, okay, God, what do you go with? What's your will? what do you want? You know, I'm on your side.
Do you believe you deserve to stay in this country?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Donald Trump doesn't. And you know what? Charlie Kirk doesn't either. So you sitting here and defending him is very sad.
Cause I'm not defending that. I'm not defending. Oh yeah. Cause we should go back to our country. No, I'm not defending that at all. I'm just I just don't. I don't know. I guess. I want to say I gotta be his defender. Nothing. I feel like God's the greatest defender of them all. You know.
Amen.
I feel like he's the greatest judge of them all.
Amen.
Know?
And
like
he got his judgment day.
Yeah, he has.
He got his judgment day. And I don't know why your motherfuckers can't just sit and live with that. He got his judgment day, bitch. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
but yes.
Yeah.
He got his judgment day.
Yeah, God has the final say. You know,
We couldn't control that.
No.
You didn't plan it.
Like
I didn't plan it. Motherfucker got shot dead. None of us planned it.
No.
People need to just accept that.
Yeah.
And understand that they cannot affect, like they can't tell us how we feel about it. You can be sad about it, right? You have every right to.
Yeah.
And I have every right to be happy about it. That's my God-given right.
You do have the right. Yes. Anybody could feel the way they feel. You know, I'm not gonna go like you're weird for that. No, like hey, that's how you feel. For me, it's just. Hey, as long as we just could come to an understanding today, still talk about it. I feel like that's all that matters. We could show people that two people could still have a conversation.
I understand he was a person and a father and this and that. But I also understand that his rhetoric put him where he is today. And maybe someday I will see the same fate. Who knows? You know? People get mad at me. People give me threats all the time. You know?
Yeah, people are entitled to have their own opinion. You know, believe what they want.
If it cost me my life, I'm ready, motherfucker. But yeah, if it costs you your life, it is what it is. You say what you want to say. You feel how you feel. Nobody can tell you anything otherwise.
Right. See, for me, like, it's the only thing is that I never want to
provoke.
No, not provoke. That's been a thing all throughout life, bro. That I don't care. I'm not gonna go. Oh, let me try to figure out how to find a way to piss somebody off. No, obviously not. But people are gonna be pissed off regardless of what you say, regardless of what you believe. You know, some people go like, "Well, you're shoving religion down this person's throat." I'm like, well, Jesus believed like, "Hey, I am the way, the truth, and the life," and people didn't go, Jesus, like, why are you shoving your religion down my throat? No, he's like, well, I am the way, I am, like, I don't know, but
it is what you believe.
I'm never gonna compare the two, but I'm never gonna go, well, look at but I'm always gonna, like, look at the bigger picture. I'm always gonna see, okay, hold on, let me take a back step, what's happening, what's going on, and just, I don't know, I feel like we're not powerless, we have a voice, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of things are happening.
Caden, is it still recording?
Yes, it's still recording.
Okay. Just want to double check.
But yeah, no, I don't.
You have 2 minutes left.
I'm glad that a lot of people can agree on that. No, nobody should be taken out that way, but
Okay, hold on, time out. Redo it so that way we don't have to, like, cut the thing. Because we're still talking.
How long?
I don't know. This should be.
I think the next one should
Yes, I do agree that nobody should be assassinated in front of their family.
like in the
obviously
in front of the whole world.
I mean, obviously, but
But you do.
Everybody's talking about his death and doing all that, and what about when George Floyd was murdered in front of the whole world? No, I want to know.
Everybody was talking about that. What?
Okay.
Everybody was talking about
So, was that okay? Because I don't know if you know, but he wanted to exonerate George Floyd's murderer,
that. No, actually, I didn't know that. No, I didn't.
Derek Chauvin, whatever the fuck his name is.
I do believe that cop that did that to him was racist.
Okay, and
That's why I
then
said
why?
I do
So
believe
why
he's
did Charlie Kirk, whatever the fuck? Why did he want him set free?
I never watched that video. Set free?
Wow.
What do you mean?
He called for Derek Chauvin's pardon and release. He made a whole fucking podcast about it and a whole video about it.
That is actually something I've been trying to like look into. Was I started seeing that he has a podcast. I haven't watched all of it.
I haven't either, thank God,
Well,
because I don't care for it. But
I think
but
all the
I
Charlie
do know
Kirk
that
shows-
you know. So does that still not make him a racist in your mind? What do you think?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You
I don't
still think
understand
he's
his
a good guy?
decisions. I don't think he'll preach. I'm a good guy. No, I feel like.
Well, no, he can't preach anything.
Well,
He's
not
dead.
preach, but- well, if you know, I don't even think back then he'll make him like. I don't know. I feel like he doesn't. He's not somebody who.
He don't give a fuck about George
Well,
Floyd.
like,
You
well,
don't
like-
think that he's a racist. He don't give a
haven't
fuck
seen
about
that.
Martin Luther King. You don't think that he's a racist. He don't give a fuck about the Civil Rights Act. You don't think that he's a racist.
I don't think you should believe everything you see. I feel like not everything is as it seems.
So you don't think he's a racist.
No,
You think he loves black people.
I do.
I would like to see
I
a
do.
video of that.
See
Because I can
him,
show you lots of
his
videos
best
showing you that
friends,
he
his
doesn't.
dads.
But I would like to see videos that he does.
I would like to see one video of him hugging a black person.
Oh,
Oh
dude,
my
yes.
God, those are all fake.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
Wait, so how
It
are those
probably
fake and
does.
those are fake?
I don't know because I don't know enough about Charlie Kirk. Like I said,
exactly.
I
That's why,
only
like, I can't
know
even say
what
that
I
much
saw
about-
after he died.
Right.
Okay, that's what I know.
And I guess like cause me, I don't view things through my lenses.
But if he did hug a black person, why the fuck did he say all those things about bad things and horrible things about black people?
I've never seen those videos. I've been going back through every video people have brought up from my end that I've heard about. Like I haven't heard none of these, but the ones that I have heard about, like the pilot one, I like to look at the full picture. I like to hear out the whole entire
So
thing. not
maybe
just
do
certain
a little bit of
videos.
investigations and maybe we'll have him around too.
Yes, but
Because he's a racist.
yeah, because I don't think I could ever believe that. No, because I look at him and I'm like, damn,
You're like, damn,
Yeah.
he's not a racist.
no, damn, he's not a racist. He came.
Even
I
though he
feel
doesn't like the Civil Rights Act. He says it was a mistake. You still don't think he was a racist.
No, I think he was a man of God, not a racist. A man
You
of
think
God,
he was a
yes.
what?
Man of God.
A man of God.
A man of God. A
You-
man of God.
Even though he doesn't care about our rights.
Don't believe in that, but
What do you
I
mean don't believe in
like.
that?
I
That's
don't
what the
believe
fuck
in
he said.
Him not. I haven't watched those videos.
This is gonna die any second now.
What are we gonna do?
Just wrap it up.
Turn it off.
Yeah,
It's like an hour-long video.
Wait,
but
I love you.
I love you. Thank you for doing this with me.
No, thank you. But I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied with the end.
Okay.
I feel like it should go longer because she doesn't know what she's talking about.
It's not gonna
So
go
I don't
any
think that's
longer.
how it works.
Hey,
It's
you
gonna
could
die.
say I don't know what I'm talking about either. We gotta agree to disagree at this
No,
point.
I do know what you're talking about. And I do get where you're coming from, and I understand where you're coming from. Like I get your perspective, but I don't know. I can't say like I agree with
Well,
You think like my sister. He was a man of God.
Yeah, I do.
Well, at the end of the day, me and Jenny are gonna say, fuck him.
We are.
Alright.
You're never gonna win.
Yeah, and everybody could believe that. I feel like if you're a believer in Christ, you know, there's different believers. You know, everybody. I feel like is waking up. I feel like I don't know.
Waking up, nigga. I've been awake.
No.
Hey, you're gonna have to redo it. We're gonna have to reshoot.
Yeah.
I mean, redo it.
Well, like stop it and start it again.
You
Why? You
need.
have
But yeah.
6 minutes left.
You need to wake
Oh,
up.
well, why did you say
I'm
it was
awake.
gonna stop?
Because
Oh
the
my God.
battery is low.
Good lord. Oh.
But yeah, I do.
Is she the one who needs to wake up? This nigga said we need to wake up.
No, I said I feel like it's waking the world up. But
Well, I don't think it's waking you up. I think you're still on the wrong side of history.
Hmm.
That's what I think.
Jesus.
If you agree with the ice raids that are happening right now,
don't agree with that now.
huh?
I don't agree with that now.
Well, Charlie Kirk does.
Yeah, he
He
helps
does,
it.
but I don't believe. I don't know if he does or doesn't, but no, I don't believe in that.
Well, Charlie Kirk
You
agrees
didn't
with
even know
Trump.
who he was. You didn't even know what
Charlie
he looked
Kirk
like.
agrees with Trump, who agrees with the ice raids, so who's forcing the ice raids. So yeah, you're on the wrong side of history.
I'm on Jesus' side.
Well, we'll see
Apparently,
that
Jesus isn't on his side.
He's dead.
Because I'm still here.
I don't think he's dead. I think he's alive. I think he's really in heaven.
You think Charlie Kirk is alive?
He just
Yeah,
hiding
with
underground.
Jesus.
What?
Heaven with Jesus, yeah. I believe he's.
You
in
wait,
heaven
what?
with Jesus.
You think Charlie Kirk is like Jesus and he's alive somewhere?
He's not.
You think,
Like
he's,
Jesus.
you think he's the next fucking Elvis?
You think he's alive somewhere?
I think he's in heaven. Yes. Yes.
In heaven!
Yes.
Nigga, that's not life.